And our correspondent, Eyitope Kute, is standing by in Owerri, Imo State, to bring us up to speed with the level of preparations for the polls. Tope, it's good to have you again. And we spoke earlier when you interacted with the official from TAF Africa who provided assurances about the level of preparations. Tell us now if those materials, sensitive and non-sensitive materials, are being moved to the locations where they'll be needed for the exercise tomorrow.
Okay, thank you, Bukola. We're still here at the INEC office in Owerri, the Imo State capital. And yesterday, the INEC and the CBN, at the CBN office, they brought out the sensitive materials distributed where agents of all the political parties checked all the sensitive material to be sure that everything is intact, and they distributed to the electoral officers to move to the 27 local government areas of the state. And now at the INEC office here, there's beehive activities where electoral officers, collation officers, INEC officials in general, they are here to cross the T's and dot the I's ahead of Saturday's election. And if going by what the police said earlier, that 25,000 men have been deployed for this election, so that means these men will be policing about 758 polling units across the 27 local government areas of Imo State, where we have 10 federal constituencies, and with 2,419, 2,419,922 registered voters. But to give us more sense of what is happening in the INEC office here, and to also tell us more about what we'll be encountering in tomorrow's election, I have with me here the head voter education, publicity and gender, Emmanuela Ben Opara. She'll be speaking to us and telling us more about what is happening here. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Tope.
Yeah, so the election is 24 hours away.
Exactly.
So what do you want to tell us about? Because there's been a lot of talks about this election. Can you just tell us what we should be expecting tomorrow?
We expect a free, fair, credible, and all-inclusive election. I believe all our materials have gone to the field. Our people, Imolas, have been sensitized enough. We have engaged even civil society groups to move into the grassroots to encourage people to come out and vote. We expect a peaceful election because the Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security, of which the police is a lead agency, have continued to assure us of protection of lives, properties, and citizens of Imo State. So tomorrow we come and go, and we expect a result from this election.
Okay, yes, it's a regular terrain for us, and there's always been this problem of logistics, late arrival of materials. So what do you have to say about this? Are we going to still experience that tomorrow?
No. Because two things we have done to check this. First is that we have insisted that racks must be activated. A rack is a registration area camp. It is a kind of transit camp, usually located in public places like schools or halls or civic centers of the natives, where we expect our election personnel to be housed 24 hours to the election. There also we expect another refresher training for all categories of ad hoc staff so recruited. So from there, in the morning, very early in the morning, by 4 a.m., everything is ready. All your materials have been bashed and then packed loaded into vehicles, so that very early, before 8 o'clock, you are there at your unit. So I expect, just that we have directed all electoral officers, that these materials must get to the polling units at least before 8 o'clock, so that by 8:30, polls are declared open.
Okay, we have
And for vehicular movements, we have an understanding with the National Union of Road Transport Workers and the NATO here in Imo State, as well as Marine Union. For the Marine Workers Union, we just have one local government, that is Uguta local government, where we have told the electoral officer to hire pontoon. And in our last engagement, that was 2 days ago, he said he has hired them. For the vehicles, we this time decided to decentralize the hiring of vehicles. So each electoral officer was given money to hire vehicles in his own locality. I believe with this arrangement that materials will get to the units before 8 o'clock.
We have Ohaji, Egbema and Oguta communities, riverine areas, and we've always had issues there, especially for logistics. So what assurance are you giving the people in the area that they will exercise their civic responsibility freely tomorrow?
They just have to, because like I said, the electoral officers have been fully given everything they need for this election. At Uguta, the electoral officer for Uguta 2 days ago said he has hired pontoons. That is just one local government where we actually have riverine. But in Ohaji Egbema, fine, though a large local government, we have tried also to decentralize the local Egbema area and the Ohaji area. So these two areas, we said, decentralized hiring of vehicles, one for Egbema area, one for Ohaji Egbema, so that these materials will get to the designated polling units on time.
So what about the beavers machine? Hope you're not going to see anything like what happened, and also the transmission of results.
You see, for the beavers machines, all the beavers machines left here yesterday to the polling units. They were all tested, and you know we actually tested our beavers machine using the during the mock accreditation, the mock election program. So for now, all beavers machines have left the states, have left the head office. And secondly, we have more than enough beavers machines because, you know, it's an off-cycle elections. Many of just 3 states are involved. So we can actually get some from states around us, which we have done. We charge them, the batteries are there, we've configured them, and I believe and sincerely believe that they will perform optimally.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
For the opt-ins time, INEC is in Imo State is assuring of us of a free, fair and credible election come tomorrow, 11th November 2023, for the Imo State governorship elections. So we'll keep our eyes on the ball and always get back to you and keep you up to speed with all the happenings before, during and after this election. It's back to you in Lagos, Bukola.